Before I even say anything, I know that this game is, let's just say, inspired by Beast Storm Simulator, just a little bit, I mean, the similarities are not that big. You just have a swarm that follows you around and it collects pollen for you, and then you convert that pollen into hive, and then you go complete some quests and you get some new gear with that money or pollen or honey or whatever the hell you just made. So it's not that similar to Beast Swarms. Okay, well, all jokes aside, I'm gonna cut this shit out. All jokes aside, this game is pretty much Beast Swarm Simulator. Okay, it's pretty much Beast Swarm Simulator, but I've been enjoying it for some reason, man. Like I don't know how else to put it, but I've just been enjoying this game, and hell, I would even say that I've been enjoying it more than Beast Swarm Simulator itself, because Beast Swarm Simulator is a game that I did enjoy back when I first started playing it. But then I discovered macros, and then I started like macroing every day, and now I pretty much just played to complete it, and like not really to enjoy it or anything. Because I just leave my macro on, and the game just plays itself. I didn't even touch it. But with this game, with Project Butterfly, it's kind of like Beast Swarm Simulator, but it's like way less grindy. Like you can actually complete quests and collect money and collect materials within like a reasonable amount of time, and you don't need a macro to like go and grind for like 2 weeks straight without break in order for you to get like 1% closer to the weapon or tool or bag that you want, right? And that's just something I really appreciate. And on top of that, I think the graphics in this game just look way better. And also the combat is a little bit better as well, because I haven't like gotten that deep into the game yet, but from what I've seen so far, the combat in the game is pretty varied. The enemies actually have different attacks than just like running at you or like jumping at you every so often. So yeah, I kind of do like that. I kind of do like that aspect of the game, and yeah, I've been playing it for the past few days, and man, I've been really obsessed with it, honestly. And the way it functions is like pretty similar to Bee Swarm Simulator. Like, you collect pollen, and you unlock more bees, and you do quests, and you go back to your hive, and you convert that pollen, and then with the pollen that you made, with the money that you made, well, in this game, conversion works like exactly the opposite from Bee Swarm Simulator, which is kind of funny. In this game, instead of converting pollen to honey, you convert honey to pollen, which, don't ask me how that works, but I guess they had to differentiate their game from Bee Swarm Simulator somehow, right? But yeah, anyways, you collect nectar or honey, and then you convert it to pollen, and you go and buy more tools with that pollen that you just made. And yeah, so the gameplay loop is pretty similar to Bee Swarm Simulator, but I just think it's a little bit more engaging. With the enemies actually having like varied attacks and stuff, and a lot less grindy, because you don't need a macro at all in order to be able to complete this game. And technically, the game is still in beta. Like, the game has just, from what I can see, the game has just like barely exited its alpha stage of development. So it's like fresh out the womb, So technically, I guess the developers could make the game super grindy. They could like make future updates where you have to like grind your ass off in order to like, get new gear or whatever, and it could fall in the same trap as Beast Swarm Simulator. But I have faith in the developers. They said that the game is like a genuine passion project, and they're not expecting to like make a shit ton of money on it. I mean, I still donated some to the developers. I donated 3,200 Robux by buying the Tier 3 Founder Bundle in the game. Because I like the game that much, and that's rare for me to say, because like usually when I like a game, I'll just donate like, I don't know, $200, $300, or not dollars, Jesus, I mean Robux to it. I'll donate some small amount just to show my appreciation. But with this one, man, I kind of went all out. And yeah, as I said, it's crazy, because a game has to have like either a lot of charm to it, or it has to be like really, 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 really fun to play. And I think this game kind of strikes a balance between the two. So yeah, it honestly impressed me, because again, like, I played a couple of like Bee Swarm Simulator fan games and whatever, and they were all kind of mid. Like, they were like way too similar to Bee Swarm Simulator, and I didn't really like them. But this game, I can see the vision, I can see the potential in the game, and I really hope that the developers do keep updating it and keep adding like new areas, new butterflies, new tools and stuff like that. And yeah, I hope to see this game prosper, honestly. But right now, the game is in its early stages. It has a lot of like colorless gear, I guess, and then like it kind of branches off into like three separate paths where you can either become a blue hive, a colorless hive, or a red hive, kind of like in Beast Simulator. But instead of it being like blue, red, and colorless, it's instead like temperature based. So like a red hive is like a hot hive, a blue hive is a cold hive, and a white hive, I guess, in this game would be a medium temperature hive. You know, it all depends on like it's all about temperature and stuff in this game. But yeah, it's in its early stages. It only has like kind of like I guess two different stages of like gear and grind that you can go through. So it's not like super in depth yet, but I do find its quests pretty interesting. I do find the game pretty interesting. There's definitely a lot of variety in the kind of gear you can have. Like again, as I said, there isn't a lot of gear in this game, but like for how little gear there is in the game, you can surprisingly have a lot of variety with it, and like choose how you want to play or what you want to have in the moment. And it's pretty cool to see. I'm not gonna lie, it's really cool to see, and yeah, I hope to. I just hope to see more from this game. Honestly, like that's really it. I don't have a lot to yap about, I guess, because again, as I said, the game is still in beta. But I do encourage you guys to go play this game. Go check it out. Like, even if you don't like absolutely fall in love with it, I think you will still, I think you will still be able to appreciate the game at least for like an hour or so while you play it. And yeah, I encourage you to go check it out because, like, again, as I said, even though it's just in beta, it's a pretty amazing game. It's pretty great. But yeah, I hope you guys go check it out. I hope you enjoyed, like I did. And yeah, if a developer is watching this by some chance, man, great fucking job. I'm just saying, great job on this game. Like it's like I guess it didn't like blow me away in terms of gameplay, but it really, 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 really has some certain kind of charm to it that they like just can't resist in a way, you know. Yeah, it's like it has like a certain like it's not a nostalgic charm, but it's kind of like a cozy charm to it, you know. And I just keep coming back to the game, you know. I just keep playing it, and I really enjoy it. And yeah, it's just been a great time so far. So yeah, I hope to see more from this game. I hope you guys go play it, and that is everything I have for this video. So yeah, see you later, everybody. Goodbye.